Hey darling, where you wanna go? My heart is burning for your soul. Hey darling, where you wanna go? Now my heart is burning for your soul. From stars that up in the sky, to ocean beds not seen by the eye. Our legs will walk us to a place where we don't care for what people say. So hey darling, where you wanna go? My heart is burning for your soul. Hey darling, where you wanna go? Now my heart is burning for your soul.
Welcome back to our Oregon adventure. If you're just now joining us, we've been in Oregon for a few weeks now, starting with Pacific Northwest Overland Expo, where we swapped our utility trailer for this decked-out Voyager on loan from Expedition Trailers. From there, we've been getting a taste of the trails, lakes, coastlines, and incredible beauty this state has to offer, which, needless to say, has absolutely taken our breath away. Now, let's pick up where we left off in the last episode. Yesterday, we'd gotten too caught up in the beauty of the Oregon coast and drug our feet a bit when we should have been hunting for a camp. We've been finding that dispersed camping in this region can be hit or miss, but we luckily stumbled upon this sheltered spot just as the winds began to kick up and darkness began to set in. We all slept in a bit after our long day exploring the beach, but trouble was looming on the horizon and we knew we would have to get moving soon. Last night, we had received a few text messages about a forest fire that had started in the area, and it didn't look like it was going to be contained anytime soon. So we knew a relocation was going to be necessary to avoid the smoke and to keep the family out of harm's way. But first, the most important step: grind, perk, and pour our delicious Topo Brew coffee. Now available at topobrew.com.
Good morning. How'd you sleep? How's it going?
How'd y'all sleep?
Better.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
You still digging the cabin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nice and peaceful.
It is very nice and peaceful. Yeah, I could only see the trees swing. I didn't have to hear it.
The wind's been blowing all night.
Yeah. Ooh.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes. Thank you. You had your drink. I'm going to have mine.
She's like, you see this?
Uh-huh.
What's up with this woman?
Oh, that's good.
I know it?
Yeah.
Good.
Good job. Yeah, that's yum. Ooh. Whole new flavor profile, huh?
After a quick breakfast for everyone, including some new solid food profiles for Abigail, Sarah and I put our marriage to the test with a session of trailer backing exercises. While these overland trailers might be expensive, their real investment value comes from enhanced communication within relationships. If you can learn how to clearly direct your spouse or significant other while backing up or connecting one of these trailers in a stressful situation, then you can overcome just about anything in your relationship. Just be forewarned, they can also accelerate divorce proceedings when used incorrectly. Be sure and practice in a controlled environment with a certified marriage counselor before heading out into the wild. Seriously though, if you aren't familiar with trailers, then practice. Their convenience is well worth the finesse they sometimes require on the trail, but be sure and work on your trailering skill set before you get too deep into the wilderness. All right, well, we are on the move a little bit later than what we typically would do, but honestly, I don't even know what typical is anymore. I mean, when you got a baby, you're just subject to their schedule and capabilities and stuff, and yesterday, we knew we were pushing it. You know, we ended up settling for a camp just to snuggle in and get some sleep. So, late start today, catching up from being on the road so much yesterday. It is a compounding problem at times. So, we're going to just continue to do the best that we can. Take some deep breaths and just realize that, hey, when you got a baby, sometimes that affects things. We're just glad that we're out here. I mean, we got a 6-month-old baby, and she is rocking it. She's doing so good. She's finally got into a better sleep cycle right now, so Mama Bear is much, much happier. Yeah, but we're getting tired. We've been on the trail for quite some time, and we did the expo, which is exhausting in itself. So we're chalking all of this up to an absolute win. This has been the perfect scouting trip for Oregon, and we are hooked. So it's all good stuff. I'm more or less telling myself this because I'm tired and a little grumpy, so just a good reminder. Hey, future Kevin, watch this. And remember, sometimes it sucks, but it gets better. Just stay positive, stick with it, enjoy the ride. All right, so agenda for the day, again, keeping it achievable. Now, the problem is we've got a forest fire that's popped up about 17 miles southeast of us. We're currently kind of driving towards it to get onto some trails that will hopefully take us much, much further away from it. So really kind of touch and go right now. We're not going to get too close to interfere with operations or put ourselves in danger, but we really do need to make the turn down there, so it means driving a little bit closer. Oh boy, we got a low hanging tree here. Let's see if Mama Bear can fit through it. You got it. Oh. Can Mama Bear drive or can Mama Bear drive?
Threading the needle.
Threading the needle. Climbing again. Higher and higher. Going left at the split up here.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to stop here for a little bite to eat for Her Highness, Queen Abigail. Yeah. Wow. This
This would have been nice last night.
would have been real nice last night. This is pretty. After a couple of hours on the trail, it was time to top off the baby. So we found a tiny campground nestled in a magical nook of the forest. One thing that we love most about our travels is finding a whole new environment or ecosystem that we've never experienced before. The undergrowth was a treasure trove of ferns, moss, and other fauna, but the real unexpected highlight was the life that we found in a small nearby pond. These salamanders were just chilling here without a care in the world. Maybe this is common in Oregon, but usually larger fish keep these guys hidden in the shallows above the lakes. Caroline and I sat mesmerized by them for quite a while before another creature emerged from the pond's vegetation and began crawling across its muddy floor. We really wanted to set up camp and just stay here forever, but hints of smoke began to tinge the air, reminding us that we needed to keep moving. So we reluctantly left this little ecosystem behind, but with a nice juicy waypoint marked on the map for when we can return for a longer stay. As we climbed to a south-facing ridgeline, we finally saw the source of the smoke that was growing stronger and stronger in the air. This wildfire is named the Flat Fire, and now, 3 months later, at the time of sharing this video, it is still burning after having taken 35,000 acres. Sadly, this was a human-caused fire from a designated campground within the national forest, and is a heartbreaking reminder that campfires require proper attention. Always be sure the coals are cool to the touch before calling it dead out, because a steady breeze can easily reignite a fire that isn't producing flame or smoke. All right, well, quick little break for Abigail, who is worked up. We stopped moving there for just a few minutes, and she didn't like it. She likes to be on the move, much like her daddy. Anyhow, behind me, you can see the wind has shifted, and now the smoke is starting to blow our way. It's moving pretty good. Sarah just talked to a local while she was waiting on me, and that guy said that the last time they had a fire in that area, it moved something like 30 miles in 2 hours, something crazy. So we've decided to just pull the plug. We're headed back to hard roads, and we're going to completely relocate, start making our way back to Utah, because we've got another adventure coming up over in Utah that we got to get back for. So non-stop. I'm glad you're riding along. Oh, Sarah's yelling about something. Sounds like a river.
It's like, come look at the river. It's beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you happy now? Did you just need a little break from the car seat? This place makes me feel like we've landed on Endor. I'm pretty sure I saw an Ewok at one point. Wow. How is it?
Yeah, you don't like that too much, huh?
As the light took on an eerie golden glow from the smoke plume, we decided it was time for an entirely new region, since none of us do well when breathing the heavy smoke. So, we pointed our small convoy east and put the hammer down. Thankfully, we had a decent collection of campsites from our good friend Keith and some patrons who knew we were in the area, so it helped knowing that our long drive wouldn't be into the unknown. Alright, another long day. We got out of the smoke though, and then just had a hard time finding camp. Had some hot leads thanks to Keith and a few of our patrons, and the good ones were taken. Some of them were just too tight to get into, but we bombed our way through this trail. Mama's tired. Mama's done. Got all the mosquito stuff going now because they're thick in this spot.
You think they wouldn't be with the moving water?
I think it's just kind of the marsh around here that's kind of like propagating it. But get baby girl all protected. Yeah. Skeeters are coming for your thunder thighs. Oh, they're all over my legs. All right, let's go to bed. Good morning. Turned out to be a fairly decent camp spot. Got to listen to this babbling stream all night long. Wow. That's cool. Maybe you've picked up on the subtle hint that our travels have been a bit chaotic lately. Between attending all 4 Overland expos, flip-flopping rigs and their loadouts, raising a baby on the road, dodging forest fires, homeschooling, filming, and attempting to edit all of it into a story that makes sense is, needless to say, a bit of a challenge. Thankfully, one thing that has been simple is this cleverly designed trailer that has made setup and pack down a snap. And if you think this loaner trailer is cool, just wait until you see what we've been cooking up with the owners of Expedition Trailers in some upcoming episodes. I think we had almost forgotten how convenient and comfortable something like this can be after a couple years of using our utility trailer. But even with this fast pace and sometimes chaotic travel routine, we've always sighed with relief when we arrived at camp because we knew it would be easy to deploy and pack up. Oh, and speaking of chaos, I've got a feeling we're about to hit one of those snags again. Good girl. And check the engine brake. While the added range of our long-range automotive tank has been spectacular over the past several years, they do come with a few quirks to work around. With a steep drop in temps overnight, our auxiliary tank likes to throw a code when it's mostly empty. Thankfully, we've done this a few times and our OBD2 reader by Blue Driver quickly diagnosed the issue and cleared the code. I'm really not sure why Toyota felt the need to disable traction control with an EVAP code, but it's something that we might need with the type of travel we do. So after a few minutes, we were back on track again and eastbound. Gosh. Whew.
Hot?
Scorching.
Really?
Oh, that is
108.
Wow. That's toasty.
That is toasty. Too warm for you. So we've done a lot of research over the years because hot springs are near and dear to us. This is one I've had marked for 2 or 3 years and just have never had the chance to come out and see. So even though it's 100 degrees here right now, I figured this is a good time to go and scout this out and come back when it's a lot cooler. Because that's a little too warm. $129 degrees. Whew.
touch it.
Ouch.
Hot.
That is very, very hot.
Take the long way home, stumble through the streets while the city sleeps and the moon hangs low. See the world through glazed eyes, certain words and stage lights won't change come sunrise. Still waking up alone. Well, I hear you calling and I'll come running, chasing down every color under the sun.
All right, well, Winnemucca, your Wingers restaurant sucks. Sat there for 15 minutes. Waitresses were serving everybody but us. Tables right next to us. There were only 5 tables in the place. So we left. Taco Bell to the rescue, apparently. And then trying to find camp. Thunderstorm started a fire just down the way. Fire trucks were going everywhere. And lightning took out the gas pump, so we really can't go much further without gas. So we're going to camp nearby. hopefully circle back in the morning and continue our trip back to Utah. Never a dull moment. This day is continuing to drag on. Taco Bell is shut down. No power. Lightning took everything out. So I guess we're going to be eating at that wonderful restaurant we like to call whatever is left in the fridge.
I don't want to talk right now. Okay.
Broken-hearted. We were looking forward to that Nachos Bel Grande, Mexican pizza, and chalupa. As you can tell, we're all starting to run out of patience with events, but we were only one more sleep away from Utah, and so we did our best to grin and bear it, even if it meant no Taco Bell. Not being familiar with this area, and with very little fuel and daylight left to explore with, I called on a good friend, Chris Shantz of Venture Forward, to see if he had any easy camps marked nearby. And not surprisingly, he did. And only 5 miles outside of town, too. The camping area ended up being fairly empty, which was nice, and we soon had a whole pack of bacon on the skillet, since it's what we had left in the fridge. Everyone should carry a pack of emergency bacon. It wasn't long before some visitors wandered into camp, drawn by the glow of our lights and maybe by the smell of our bacon. It was getting a bit crunchy walking around camp, so we all headed to bed as soon as the bacon was consumed. Finally, we could relax and get some rest. Right? Well, I never would have thought that the most rain we would see on this trip would be in the deserts of Nevada. I'll say it both ways for everybody. So I've put the girls down in the cabin just so they got enough room to move around, be comfortable. Caroline's protected from the crickets, which she is thoroughly freaked out about. I don't blame her. They're weird, no doubt, especially for a 10-year-old girl. So it's just me up here and holding down the fort, listening to the rain, watching the crickets scramble for some sort of cover. What a wild ride. What's happening? Come on. Oh, that one's burnt out. Anyhow, good morning, everybody. It is 5:05, and thanks to our friendly neighborhood alarm clocks, including Little Miss Abigail and the trash picker-upper at 4 o'clock, the campsite cruiser at 3 o'clock, the random teenager going through camp at 50 miles an hour at 1 a.m. We decided, hey, we're up, you know, since we're up, let's just make the best of it and get the heck out of Dodge. So, but still, thankful that we had a close by spot. It was in the middle of all these storms, and now we're on the road, headed to the hacienda, and then reset, back out again. Yeehaw! The next morning we made our way back into town and topped off our fuel for the final burn into Utah. Good morning! Hi! How you doing? You ready to go back to Utah? Or go back to Utah? Yeah! With some McDonald's biscuits in our belly and some questionable gas station coffee in hand, we nudged our trusty steeds into the flow of traffic and watched the sun rise on our drive through the Nevada desert. With Oregon memories in the rear view and hopefully our run of bad luck behind us, we took a minute to reflect on all the awesome and beautiful moments we had experienced on this chaotic adventure.
I just need time to slow down. It's the only way. Don't wake me up. I wanna stay asleep, 'cause only in my dreams I'm with you. Don't wake me up. I wanna stay asleep, 'cause only when I dream I see you.
Through the sleepiness and exhaustion of our fast pace, we could still take a deep breath and appreciate this amazing opportunity to explore incredible places as a family. While it was a short trip, our taste of Oregon had lit a fire inside us that will only be quenched when we can return again for more exploration. While many stories might end here, ours continues with one of the biggest milestones yet for Lifestyle Overland. We'd been watching the odometer on Silver, our 2014 4Runner, gradually climb, and now it was time for us to pull over and move the whole family into Silver for this monumental moment.
All right, well, we have come to a new era of Lifestyle Overland. After almost 10 years, Silver is about to roll over a substantial mile marker. Hand me the camera, baby.
Adventure, baby. Woo! He's a good one.
That's a good one. Such a good one.
What do you think, Caroline?
I'm happy. That's a lot of numbers.
It's a big number. And you know what? I was going to say, and you traveled most of it, huh?
So I'm like 200 miles.
200,000.
200,000 miles.
Yeah. Well, Silver, thanks for all the wonderful adventures. Can't wait to take Abigail on all the wonderful adventures in you as well. You've been a good one, Silver.
Here's the 200,000 more.
Yeah. Get it, girl. Hi-ho!
Hi-ho! Silver!
There's another positive note that this story ends on. We stopped in at Expedition Trailers in Salt Lake and got a first look at the next chapter of our travels. Our very own Voyager, with a selection of upgrades and ideas we've been dreaming up with Artie and Stacy. We are beyond excited to show you the future of Lifestyle Overland very soon. But for right now, it's time to drop off the borrowed Voyager and load up our utility trailer for one last adventure. This time in southern Utah. So we'll see you next time as our story and chaos continues. Thanks for riding along. And as always, remember to stay curious and leave it better than you found it.
On to powder coating?
On to powder coating.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So how much longer, so at this stage, in the build cycle, how much
Yeah.
longer does it take before it's like ready?
So powder coating is usually about 3 weeks just because of their timeline. But as soon as
Right.
we get that back, then we're about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So provided everything is here and in stock.
Just in time for the end of summer.
Yeah.